bitches, I got this little deck in for review. I'm really excited about it. I got it in last week and I played with it a lot. And I don't get that much in for review. I really like this. Martin has this as well. And when the creator messaged me and was like, hey, I want you to review this for me, I was like, little gasp, because I do love this deck. I got a little thank you note. This deck, as you see it right here with the bag, retails for £27 UK pounds. There's also a version without the bag that retails for 25 UK pounds, which is a very sensible price for an indie project. I love cotton bags like this with a nice stamp on it. I think it's really cute. And the quality is great. So yeah, I got this deck in, the Old Ways Magick Oracle by Naomi Cornock. And it comes in a tuck box that is really good quality. It has a really neat finish, and let me get everything out. Yes, there you go. So, you know, it's one of those tuck boxes. Sometimes tuck boxes get stuck behind the cards. This one doesn't, so that's fun. The cards are quite big. They're taller than regular Oracle card size. Do I have a regular Oracle card deck handy? I actually do. I have one right here. Regular Oracle card size is 3.5 by 5 inches. I happen to have a 3.5 by 5 inch Brother Arcane Warrior Tarot. That is exactly that size. So let's check it out. So it is 3.5 inches wide, so that's completely similar, but it's a bit taller. So I really like big cards. I have no problem shuffling, so that's really good for me. The cardstock is really good quality. It's a linen. It's a linen with I don't know exactly what core, but usually linen cardstock has black core. It feels really durable. I love linen finishes, especially with type of art like this. So that's good. And you get this cute little booklet that has enough information for you to work with. Sometimes we're really into these huge ass guidebooks, but for me, honestly, the shorter, the better. The shorter, the sweeter. I like that a lot. First of all, you do not need any guidebook to work with this deck. So what Naomi does write in her little white book, her little guidebook, actually adds a lot. So that's fun. So this deck is structured around the Wheel of the Year. As you can see, you can also kind of see how when certain events start. So that's interesting. I like that a lot. So you could also maybe incorporate timing. And there are 36 cards, which is not a lot, but it's enough. And especially at that price point for an indie deck, I mean, I like that a lot. And it's something that was really well thought out, not just some random number. So, you know, we get a little introduction and then we immediately enter the card write-ups, and every card has a welcome, a warning, and a wisdom section. So I love that a lot. I love that we can add layers to our readings. And with this deck especially, it's very much about the imagery at all. Here is Naomi's website. And it's just a stunning deck. Like, guys, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to say about it. Obviously, this is no longer in order because I played with it. So let's just look at the cards. The backs are stunning. We get this really cool. What I love that she did is that she put a super usable keyword on the card. But if you wanted to know what was depicted here, you could check it out in the guidebook very easily, because we do have that index that says, hey, this card is over there. So let's see, illuminate, illuminate, illuminate. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Ariana Rod. Let's see, which is a goddess. I do know that. You know what? We're not going to go into extreme detail. Maybe for a card that we pull after we've shown all the cards. So let me put that to the side there. Gentle. Oh, look at the quality of this art is so good. It's all very European, very pagan, very pretty. It's good, y'all. The quality of, like, I envy Naomi for her art skills. I just love it when, you know, when pagan people make gorgeous things that work and that are usable and that are, you know, anyone could pull a card from this deck and get something out of it rather than making something like wildly inaccessible. Oh, look at those red robins. They're so adorable. You know, I love, you know, you guys know that I love anything that has a very primal pagan essence. I love antlers. I love Carnunos imagery. I love Green Man imagery. It's just so stunning, all of it. Also, what I also like a lot is that sometimes we get a lot of white and negative space, and it's just very classically done. It's classic illustration that I love. I love all the words that were chosen. I love the details. I'm a sucker for good line work, and yeah, and I love all the keywords that were chosen. It's just a stellar effort. Like, there's lots of animal imagery, you know, and as much as I love my pretty shiny ethereal looking decks, I also really like this. I'm very much a creature of polar opposites. I love shit like this. Look at that, the white heart. Stunning, stunning, stunning. So yeah, basically for me, a dream Oracle deck to receive. Would I have bought this with my own money if I wouldn't have gotten it for free? Yes, probably. Probably at some point. Because I do feel like it's really good. I do have some slight critiques, or not even critiques, but it's a matter of taste in cardstock, but that's very technical and boring, so I'll leave that for the last, like, bit. Elemental. So that's interesting. I hope we pull that card because I do want to read more about that for y'all. Death is stunning as well. All this, like, there's so much little bits of symbolism in here that is just really interesting to delve into. Sacred Journey. Oh, wasn't that what was on the box cover? Yes. Look at that cute little, I think it's a bear hibernating. There's so much to see here. Naomi, if you're watching this, I envy your art skills so much. It's just so good. Like, art like this really evokes an emotional reaction with me. And this is probably interesting for people who are kind of, for example, if you really liked the Woodland Wardens, but you want something that also has, you know, some gods, goddesses, deities in there, as opposed to just animals and plants. This is a really good deck for you, I feel. I love this. The depths. Also, Naomi's a color wizard because the colors in this deck are just amazing. But yeah, it very much falls into that category of if you're looking for an Oak, Ash, and Thorn style deck, but you find those decks a bit expensive, this is only 25 pounds without the bag. So, and I do love that. I do one day want to be in a position where I can offer my work at a price point like Naomi does, because I want my work to be accessible to most people. Look at that. Look at all the, I love layers in illustration. If you are an intuitive reader too, and you are a lover of symbolism and, you know, scrying cards, looking for little symbols, there's lots of cards in here that will have little symbols that might want to pop out to you. Even within this owl, look, we have a little Triskel here. We have a little divine masculine symbol here. Like, there's so much for you to look at and enjoy. And it's just stunning. And I've seen multiple, especially coming from the UK, there are a couple of artists that have released decks that kind of evoke this vibe. And this one I feel is the most usable and the most affordable one at that as well when we're speaking about indie decks. So I really feel like Naomi's done a really good job here. And I don't even know when she released this, or let's check if there's a copyright thing, because I do. Okay, so this was released in 2021, so it's still fairly new, and I don't know, it's just super usable, super gorgeous, and I love that all the lore does get explained in little words, which leaves room for me to do my own research. Look at that boar, strength, wow. So what I want to do, I want to share with you the magic of the guidebook as well. So I'm going to shuffle some cards, and this is where we get into the, you know, the thing that is a little bit, you know, like I said, a slight critique, but that's something that Naomi can't really, you know, that's not really something that she can do a whole lot about, because sometimes you get lucky with printers and sometimes you don't. The cut is a little bit rough on the sides, so it's not super smooth to handle. But, you know, that's something that I personally don't really care that much about if the deck is good, you know. It's all even. It's just a little bit roughly cut, almost like the cutting machine that was used to cut the cards did cut it very precise, but didn't but the blades might need some polishing. So that might just be from my copy. Not saying that every deck is like that, but for some people, stuff like that is really important. So I do wanna, and I don't like that I can't riffle shuffle on this table. This table is not even. It's a 100% natural wood, so you probably won't see that on camera, but it's very difficult for me to, so I'm gonna bridge over here behind because I do want to show you how gorgeously it sounds. So you only get that whistle from a linen cardstock, and you know, like I said, cardstock is just perfect for this type of deck. I love the way linen glides. I wish my digital art would look good on linen, but it just doesn't. I've tried it, believe me. Maybe I should start working analog a bit more as well. I don't know. But I feel like for this deck, it's absolutely perfect. I'm gonna have to bridge behind the camera again, because I want to listen to that. I could literally shuffle this all night as a relaxing, like, activity, you know, because it's just so much fun. So let's see which card the deck wants us to, oh, look at that, the Sacred Journey. Ooh, so let's read the guidebook entry for that. So I'm going to look it up in the little, it's the first card as well. That's interesting. Ooh. Healing Spirits, Sacred Journey. So in this card, we are seeing the healing spirits. So I find that very interesting. Really cool. Find the quiet space inside you. Hear your own truths. Recognize that everything is connected, and you will not only heal yourself, but all the world around you. The welcome message is a time for internal healing. Look inwards to prepare for a new journey to begin. So we are sort of getting the full energy here, which I love. The warning, feeling unprepared and lacking the tools necessary to begin a journey. So you could see that as a reversal, kind of. Wisdom, awaken to a new day, beginning of a sacred journey, or of healing. Awaken to a new day, beginning of a sacred journey of healing. So that's really cool. I want to pull another one. Oh, sovereignty. So this, I feel like we're sort of getting more of a goddess vibe here. And we can do another one because it is kind of shorter. So let's see if I can find it. 16. The Empress, it says. Empress, ruler, leader, mother, the goddess and the land are one. She is the mother, protector, nurturer, and leader, the empress of everything. The welcome is take the lead, be confident and decisive, an opportunity to make things happen. The warning is unable to step into your power, feeling hindered and oppressed. The wisdom is the Empress, sovereign goddess of the land, teaches us to love ourselves and to wear our power like a mantle of stars. Let's do one more just for funsies. Ooh, we got grief. That one's interesting. Oh, cool. I could literally read every guidebook entry because they're just so good. You know, short, simple, cute. Grief, grief, grief. Healing tides. Okay. Death and then grief. Makes sense. So all the, you know, if you read all the entries back to back, it makes sense off for that Wheel of the Year situation that we were talking about. May the healing tides calm the waves of memories filled with grief, so they gently lap at our feet and not tumble and overwhelm us. Welcome, let the grief go and galvanize. Look beyond a loss to a new life. Warning, beware of locking away grief, to have it revisit continually and uncontrollably. Wisdom, tears from our memories and loss fall to give life and bring rebirth. Thus, the healing is complete. So we still didn't really get like a goddess or god thing. But they are in here. Let me show you, because before grief comes death. And there we get Arwen, Lord of the Underworld and the Wild Hunt, leading the hordes across the skies, heralding the longest night and the darkest hour of winter solstice. So, you know, you do get, whenever you do get a deity there, you do get an explanation. So, you know, honestly, if I were to give, also the way the cards are printed, the way the ink is on the cards, it's really satisfying as well. If I were to give this deck a grade, I would definitely give this like an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really, really good. You get this really, I got this really cute bag. It's really good, it's really affordable, it's really usable, and it does offer, you know, a lot for beginners and also a lot for seasoned readers to dig into. So I hope you liked it. I feel like more people should know about this deck. So, you know, check out Naomi on Instagram. If you want to, you can find her as Naomi Cornock. Let me show that on screen very quickly. Check her out. She makes great art. She's a lovely gal. And thanks for watching, and bye-bye.